and willing to shift out to a position that's somewhat foreign, not totally foreign to him, but somewhat foreign to him, and then be able to flourish at that position. You know, he's not out there pancaking guys, but he's definitely not a weak link.
Do we know yet, guys, right tackle, have you seen them warming up? Do we know yet if...
Not yet.
Nope.
Not yet.
But if Jawan Taylor doesn't go, we kind of expect Wanye, right, to be back in that right tackle?
And actually, Wanye played pretty solidly at that right tackle position. And to me, and it was obviously a small sample size, he played better at the right tackle position than he played at left tackle. And so I don't know how encouraged we should be, but at the same time, if Jawan Taylor can go, you know, we'll push all the chips in the middle of the table for him.
Coach Reid had mentioned to me that he really went back to square one, Dane, and from a mechanics standpoint, they completely reset him.
Wanye, yeah. And I think it was necessary because there were times where, he was just sticking his hand out like a chicken wing. It wasn't really, there wasn't any punch. There wasn't any force. You had Max Crosby and the other rush ends just moving him around and running around him, and that wasn't indicative of why you would draft him at the position that he was and assume that he would be able to take over that left tackle position coming into this season. So there was a confidence or a lack thereof in Wanye Morris, and maybe there's a renewed extra confidence now where he's flipped over to that right side where maybe he doesn't feel that same kind of pressure.
Yeah, there's times when he would cross his feet over. It's like, dude, don't do that. You are so committed at this point. It is not going to end well. And then, good pass rushers see that stuff. They take advantage of it.
Yes, sir.
The Chiefs with the chance to unwrap a first-round bye as the early game of today's doubleheader, but it's against a team fighting to win their division in the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is the scene for a special Christmas Wednesday remix of last Saturday's games with a whole lot at stake. That's going to do it for us on the Community America pregame show, Christmas edition. But we have much more pregame ahead on KFNZ AM FM HD1 and HD2 Kansas City and WDAF FM and HD1 Liberty. Merry Christmas and happy holidays from all of us to all of you. Now stay tuned for the Chiefs Ford Countdown to Kickoff. It starts right now.
The following is a presentation of the National Football League and the Chiefs Radio Network.
Touchdown, Kansas City! McKinnon is in at running back. First down and goal to go. Play action fake. Right side throw. Touchdown! Kansas City! McCall Hardman with the catch. Kansas City wins the game. And the Chiefs Kingdom has started its own history class.
Motivation. The drive to achieve. The fuel to accomplish what others have not.
Hey, we're not done, dog. I want 3.
We got to get 3.
3. No one's ever got 3. I want back-to-back-to-back.
Only 7 other teams have earned an opportunity to three-peat, but each failed. For the 2024 Chiefs, the goal is simple. Get back to the Super Bowl and write NFL history as the league's first and only team to hold 3 consecutive Lombardis.
The Kansas City Chiefs, champions of Super Bowl 58 on the heels of Super Bowl 57.
This is the 2024 NFL season. Week 17. The Chiefs and Steelers, live from Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
This is the Chiefs Ford Countdown to Kickoff with Mitch Holtis, Danon Hughes, Josh Klingler, and Dan Israel live from the stadium, and Art Haynes manning the GEHA Sports Desk. The Chiefs Ford Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by your Midwest Ford dealers, official partner of the Kansas City Chiefs. Find your local Midwest Ford dealer at buyfordnow.com. And by the Kansas Lottery Play-On app. Scan your tickets for more chances to win. And by T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chiefs football.
Brought to you by Community America Credit Union. Community America Credit Union invests in our community. They want to invest in you. Learn more at communityamerica.com. Also brought to you by GEHA, proud health plan partner of federal employees and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Listen to the play-by-play with Mitch, Danon, and Kling all season long, right here on your new home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
From the GEHA Sports Desk, here is Art Haynes.
Happy holidays, Chiefs Kingdom. The Chiefs will be spending most of theirs where the Ohio River divides in Pittsburgh, becoming the Allegheny one way and the Susquehanna the other. They have as their goal to wrap up the AFC top seed, effectively earning their starters 2 weeks off before the divisional round of the playoffs. One win in the last 2 games will do it, and they'd like to get it over with today. Good morning and welcome to the Ford Countdown to Kickoff. The Chiefs' defense has been stellar throughout the year, but last week the offense showed signs of kicking into gear. They had 25 first downs, 375 total yards, and a good balance between the run and the pass. Part of the reason was at left tackle, where Pro Bowl guard Joe Thuney stepped in. Patrick Mahomes gives Thuney an A.
I thought Joe did a great job. I mean, it's remarkable what he can do at every single position on the offensive line, and he doesn't have a huge personality outside of the building. He does in the building, but outside of the building, and so people don't really recognize how special a football player he is. And he did it in New England, and he's done it here for a lot of Super Bowl football teams. And it truly is a credit to him and the work ethic he puts in every single day, and I hope he starts getting the recognition.
Another boost to the offense came from the return of good health of receiver Hollywood Brown. Though his snaps were limited, he caught 5 passes for 45 yards. Brown suffered a dislocated collarbone on the first play of preseason and was very concerned about when he would return.
Heartbroken about it. I felt like this was my best offseason, my best camp. And I felt good about where I was at. So when I first heard you're gonna be out for a couple weeks, but I'll be good. I'm like, okay. Then when I found out I had to get surgery, it was tough. Processed it, but my family, they did a good job of supporting me. Staff here, everyone here was just showing up every day, and it was like I was still a part of everything. So that was great for me, and even the fans, how everybody embraced me. I haven't played a snap here, and everyone, showed me a lot of love.
But now Brown is able to pair with Xavier Worthy, giving the Chiefs 2/3 of what they expected wide receiver this year. Mahomes thinks Worthy and Brown together will help the passing game.
I think you're starting to see kind of what this offense was meant to be. Obviously, we don't have Rasheed out there, but having some other guys we've added to try to fill that role as best as we can. You can see where we thought we were going to be at the beginning of the year, and obviously we have to ramp it up fast against some really good teams, but I thought it was a great start having Hollywood out there for a limited number of snaps and him making an impact on the game, and Xavier and everybody.
The missing man from the receiver room is, of course, Rashee Rice. As a rookie last year, he caught 79 passes for 938 yards and 7 touchdowns. He was on track for similar numbers when he was injured in Game 4 of this season. This year, Worthy has 51 receptions for 559 yards and 5 scores. Offensive coordinator Matt Nagy says there are similarities.
It reminds me so much of Rasheed last year. It's crazy how much it reminds me of that same type of avenue that Rasheed went through last year. It was a little slow for the first 4, 5, 6 weeks. And then weeks 7, 8, 9, 10, you can sense it. You might not see it in the stat book, but you can sense it as a coach. You can sense it from watching tape. And now all of a sudden, you naturally see more targets. You see more touches. You see more production. It's exactly what happened with Rasheed.
Today's opponent, the Steelers, are 10-5, tied for first in the AFC North. But the team with whom they are tied, Baltimore, beat them 34-17 last Saturday. Pittsburgh had won the earlier meeting, though, and currently owns the tiebreaker for having a better record against the AFC. The Steelers' last game is against the Bengals, who have just a 7% chance of making the playoffs and will likely be eliminated by then. So a lot on the line for the Steelers, the difference between a wild card home game and traveling to maybe Houston. 5 weeks ago, the Chiefs were -5 in turnover takeaway ratio. Since then, they have 0 turnovers and 9 takeaways, putting them at +4 on the season. Against Cleveland 2 weeks ago, the Chiefs had 6 takeaways, and they added 2 interceptions last week against the Texans. Linebacker Nick Bolton says creating turnovers is a big help.
Yeah, it's kind of how football goes. We've kind of been punching out the ball, trying to get some forced fumbles. We really haven't had those as much this year as we have in years prior. But interceptions, man, they're kind of going down the ball, man. We're kind of getting them in bunches. And so, yeah, I think defensive line, man, they've done different things up front to kind of help out a little bit. You saw Chris, man. I don't know the last time I saw Chris run a stunt. We got in there and ran 2 of them last week. So stuff like that, man, kind of helping our D-line out.
The Chiefs have won their last 3 meetings with the Steelers, scoring at least 36 points each time. Their last meeting was in the 2021 playoffs, where the Chiefs rolled to a 42-21 victory. But the Steelers lead the all-time series 23-14, the Chiefs' second worst record against any opponent. The worst, believe it or not, is against the Giants. The Chiefs are 4-11 against them. Mahomes, though, is 3-0 against Pittsburgh. The Chiefs won convincingly last week and hope to extend the Steelers' 2-game losing streak and set themselves up for not playing another meaningful game until the weekend of January 18th. After these messages, the Ford Countdown to Kickoff continues when we go to Pittsburgh for Game Day Inactives. That's next on the Chiefs Radio Network.
Protect your family this holiday season. Get the updated COVID-19 vaccine and your flu shot at the same time at Hy-Vee. That's right, you can save time and get your COVID-19 and flu shot at the same time. Schedule your updated COVID-19 vaccine and flu shot online today, or just stop by any Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. Your Hy-Vee pharmacy is here to help you and your family stay healthy. Some restrictions apply.
T-Mobile has the best 5G coverage in the game, whether you're home or out and about. So, you can check out the latest scores in the checkout line, watch replays in the playground, or celebrate the game-winning touchdown from the passenger seat. If you're a Chiefs fan who wants to stay connected to all the action, whether you're at home or away, get the best 5G coverage in the game, only at T-Mobile. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
With Acceptance, you could save up to 30% on car insurance. That could mean hundreds in savings. Stop paying overpriced premiums and start saving today. With offices in your neighborhood, let Acceptance lend a helping hand. Acceptance has plans to fit any budget with hundreds of options to choose from. With Acceptance, 30% savings could be a click or call away. Tap the link below or go to acceptance.com for a fast, free quote. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Why buy your next vehicle from Doral Kia? Let us show you. You'll find unmatched customer service, a great selection of over 500 new Kias in inventory like a new Forte or Sportage. With competitive pricing and flexible financing options, we'll get you some of the best rates possible on the new Kia of your dreams. Our state-of-the-art service center will keep your new Kia in top condition, and we believe in giving back to our community. Stop in today and experience the difference at Doral Kia. When it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia and Doral Kia.
.com. Mitch Holtis joins The Drive with CDOT, Mondays at 4 on 96.5 The Fan.
Good morning and Merry Christmas. Happy holidays from Game 1 of today's Christmas doubleheader. I'm Dan Israel out in Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Josh Klingler, Dana Hughes. Gentlemen, good morning to you. And, of course, Merry Christmas.
There's a combination of Chiefs jerseys, and then I bet some Steeler fans had a little problem today, right?
Yeah.
They were thinking they were going to wear their Santa hats, and they're like, I can't do it. So
red is red.
Yeah, the
Merry
Reds.
Christmas, brother.
Everybody in red seems to be Chiefs fans, and the Steeler fans wearing their black and gold without their most of them without their Santa hats today.
I love it. Kling, before we get into the X's and O's, run down the notable GEHA inactives, if you would.
Well, certainly the big one for the Chiefs, Chris Jones, who was questionable with the calf injury suffered last week against Houston. They were hopeful that he might be able to give it a go today. A report came out this morning, said unlikely, and then officially now inactive. Chris Jones on the inactive list today. So my favorite name amongst the inactives all season long, guys, has been Marlon Tuipulotu.
Yes, nice job.
So
nice
now
job.
I finally got it now that he's active today.
Gesundheit.
So he is active today along the defensive line. So that's how they handled the shuffle of that. They have added another defensive lineman to the mix. So playing with the same number of D tackles as they have been. Juwan Taylor was listed as questionable this week. He is active today, and we'll see when the linemen come out whether or not he starts out with the first teamers at right tackle. If not, likely to be back to Wanya Morris. The rest of the inactives for the Chiefs, pretty much the names you knew heading in. We knew both DJ Humphries and Shamari Connor were going to be out, hamstring and concussion respectively. Joshua Uche, CJ Hansen, and Ethan Driscoll, a couple of offensive linemen, and defensive end Malik Herring, all inactive today. For the Steelers, they are getting back their super talented wide receiver today. He missed 3 weeks of the hamstring injury in George Pickens, officially active today after missing the last 3 weeks. Joey Porter Jr., though, at a corner is out with a knee injury. That's the big notable for them. And then Justin Fields, who is a viable option for them still to play in certain packages at quarterback. He was questionable all week with an abdomen injury. He is officially inactive. He is listed as the third emergency quarterback today for the Steelers.
It's good. One less thing we have to worry about, right? We've been kind of watching all morning as there's a number of starters on the injury report this week. Danon, with just 3 days of rest between last Saturday's Texans bout and today's contest. I mean, is that enough time to even recover for players?
No.
Yeah, especially those battling injury.
No, it's not, Dan. It's unfortunate, and you've heard me rail on the NFL when you talk about player safety and you schedule extra games, you add games to the season, and then you concoct this type of structure with 3 games in 11 days. Tells you that it's not necessarily a priority in understanding player safety. There's a bigger picture. It's not just about being active and available and full speed, but most injuries that happen on the field, you'll ask any player, it's usually when somebody's going full speed and someone isn't, or if you're not able to go full speed or you're compensating for a sore knee, you wind up pulling a hamstring or pulling a groin muscle or something like that. Then the residual effects come into play, because although you get a little bit of an extended kind of half of a bye week before you have to go to Denver, the wear and tear that you may not even realize as a player that comes into effect, how does that translate in January, into February? Like, you're putting mileage on your body now that although you may feel like you feel okay, or you feel like you think you're supposed to feel in December, what about when January comes? What about in that playoff? What about that second half of a divisional round game when you feel like your legs are rubbery? It could come back to these type of stacked games that wore you down where you didn't realize it until it was too late. So, like, I'm not just looking at it from the viability of this afternoon, but the residual effect and the wear and tear of maybe affecting guys when it's really crunch time and you need to have that extra burst and you just don't have anything left in your tank.
It's interesting. The league only put the AFC teams on Christmas Day. But anyway, that's another discussion. Kling, this game holds a possible division title for Pittsburgh for the Chiefs. The first seed in the AFC is at stake, which the Chiefs can secure by winning one of the next two games. But how important is it they get this done today versus next week in Denver?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather the sooner the better. And it gives you the options to do some different things next week and get some extra rest. And, we're thinking mainly about the quarterback, right, with that injured ankle that, hasn't really had much time to get other than emergency triage treatments in between, right? But there are some others, obviously, that could do. Now, we'll cross that bridge later, but, they would have some decisions to make on who to use, who not to use if they could wrap it up today. But both teams have a lot on the line. Dana has mentioned it's got to be a huge incentive for this Chiefs team, though, to say, hey, if you get this done today, there are some massive benefits, one of which is an extra week off. Yeah. Second of which is one less opponent in the postseason. Third of which is you're playing
at home.
The entire time. So, I mean, there's just so much incentive to get it done today. I would love for them to accomplish that.
And Dan, also, when you talked about the AFC teams being the only 4 teams playing, coincidentally, obviously the NFL didn't realize this at the time, all 4 teams are playoff teams.
Yeah.
So you're talking about adding mileage to playoff teams that you're hoping or expecting from just an NFL perspective to be, ready to go on the biggest stage in January, and 4 of the 7 teams that will represent the AFC will have this extra baggage on their shoulders. And then how much of a benefit does it give to teams like the Buffalo Bills and maybe the Broncos and the other 3 teams that will fill out the field of the playoff, the playoff bracket? So there's a lot going on besides just being ready for the Steelers team. But if you ask anybody that's actually wearing a jersey or the coaches on the sideline, they're not worried about any of this. This is just stuff that we're talking about because these guys understand the matter at hand, and it's about beating the Steelers today.
You're welcome, Netflix. We're doing all we can do for you. Quickly, Dana, and I just want to ask you about the return of Hollywood Brown before we go to break. Your thoughts on his performance last week and what he can do this week.
I love the sample size that we got from Hollywood Brown. It was kind of a hybrid of what we've seen from Rashee Rice and also Xavier Worthy earlier this season. That's exactly the role that you wanted to see from him. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it this entire season, but I think it's coming at the right time where all the roles are defined at that wide receiver position, and now you can expand the playbook. As long as you can protect Patrick, I expect bigger things from Hollywood Brown. I'm in a couple of fantasy football championships. I picked them up myself, Dan. That tells you how much confidence I got in Hollywood.
You're in a couple of championships. You must work it. I love it. I'm also thankful Hollywood Brown wants to be a bigger picture, so that's good. When we come back, we're going to talk Chiefs defense. Maybe Trent McDuffie has a chance for a 3rd consecutive interception. Keep it right here on the Chiefs Radio Network.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
big savings?
Yep, which means...
it's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023, CY Industry reported total sales.
Dream bigger with Kansas Lottery's Powerball. Drawings held 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Powerball offers you a chance to win millions. Play Kansas Lottery, proud sponsor of the Kansas City Chiefs Radio Network.
For over 86 years, GEHA has offered medical and dental benefits designed to meet the unique needs of federal employees and retirees, military retirees, and their families. GEHA, your friend in federal since 1937, and a proud sponsor of the Kansas City Chiefs.
With Acceptance, you could save up to 30% on car insurance. That could mean hundreds in savings. Stop paying overpriced premiums and start saving today. With offices in your neighborhood, let Acceptance lend a helping hand. Acceptance has plans to fit any budget with hundreds of options to choose from. With Acceptance, 30% savings could be a click or call away. Tap the link below or go to acceptance.com for a fast, free quote. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Why buy your next vehicle from Doral Kia? Let us show you. You'll find unmatched customer service, a great selection of over 500 new Kias in inventory like a new Forte or Sportage. With competitive pricing and flexible financing options, we'll get you some of the best rates possible on the new Kia of your dreams. Our state-of-the-art service center will keep your new Kia in top condition, and we believe in giving back to our community. Stop in today and experience the difference at Doral Kia. When it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia and DoralKia.com.
This is your new home for Chiefs football. This is 96.5 The Fan.
Dan Israel, Dana Hughes, Josh Klingler, the Chiefs and Steelers for Week 17. Man, I can't believe it's Week 17. I can't believe it's Christmas. Kling, with the status of Chris Jones, what do we expect the Chiefs' defensive line to look like today against Russell Wilson and the Steelers?
Well, let's talk about both lines real quick because the offensive linemen have just taken the field, and it does look like Juwan Taylor was lining up with the first-team offensive line at right tackle. Again, was on the injury report this week, but was listed as questionable, but active today. It looks like he'll be back at right tackle. Defensive line, I mean, it's just a different look, guys, without Chris Jones. Yeah. I mean, Chris Jones just occupies so much attention. He's the guy that they have to count for in every single play. Without him in the mix now, I think it's an opportunity, right, for the other guys. Hey, we know Chris draws a lot of attention. Now we got to go out there and do it today without him.
Yeah, I believe you're just going to have a hodgepodge of guys, and that's what we've seen anyway from Spags' defense, is that he'll move guys around. He'll line up Felix at the guard position, or I should say the defensive tackle position over the guard. Mike Pennell has been inside. Tashawn Warren is very versatile and athletic. And then you got Amenahu, who's played inside and outside as well. Leo Chanel has been a guy that outside, even though he's listed at the linebacker position, there's different packages where he's lined up standing in a 2-point stance over the center.
Yeah.
So just mixing it up, trying to confuse or at least delay Russell Wilson's progression and understanding of the defense and try to get a big play out of it. So I feel like it's going to be a mixture of that today.
Yeah, and they rotate Chris Jones, out of the game occasionally anyway, so there'll be more of that. Wilson's favorite target returns to the Steelers lineup after 3 games on injury. George Pickens, formidable receiver. Dane, in his size, how do the Chiefs defend Pickens?
You got to squeeze him to the sideline, get physical with him at the point of attack, can't allow any free releases. He's got a good long stride, 6'3", as you mentioned, a long wingspan as well, and he catches the deep ball extremely well. He does a nice job of shielding off defensive backs, and Russell Wilson, one of the best in the business in throwing the deep ball. So those are the type of plays. Like, I feel like if you negated big plays from them, this is a game that can definitely be won by the Chiefs. But if you wind up giving up chunk plays to their offense and getting them, allowing them to get out of trouble, then it could be a long day for us.
Kling Wilson sets up his downfield passing with a 1-2 punch in Najee Harris, Jalen Warren. They've combined for over 1,300 yards. But the Chiefs' defense has kind of held the league's top rushers to very low results this year.
Again, don't say it out loud. They have done a really good job against number 1 running backs really all season long, right? So, don't let them get comfortable in the run game, and then, as Damon mentioned, avoid some of the big plays in the pass game, and I think that can be a really terrific result. Let them get comfortable. Let Russell get comfortable, and they could be playing, long into this ball game today. So, I think it's up to Spags' defense to get them a little bit off kilter.
Russell Wilson kind of throws the long ball, he'll throw it up there, Dana. I mean, there's a chance here for a turnover. The Chiefs' defense has been doing pretty well the last 2 weeks with that.
Yeah, I think if the defensive backs use the sideline as their 12th defender, if they squeeze the receivers to the sideline, the further you move the receiver from the numbers where he lines up to the sideline, the more difficult throw it is for the quarterback. But then the higher opportunity you have to pick the ball off, because the receiver is trying to get vertical, but you're moving him horizontal to the sideline. So using that sideline is a huge technique for really, really good corners and great corners that have played in this game. And if you got guys that are rangy, tall, like Mike Williams at 6'3", George Pickens at 6'3", use that sideline to our advantage, because from a matchup standpoint, Joshua Williams is at 6'3", but everybody else at 6 foot or below. So they have a size advantage against us. So we have to counter that size advantage by using the sideline as our friend.
There you have it, the game plan for the Pittsburgh Steelers Christmas Day edition of Chiefs football. Coming up, Mitch and the coach, but first, more Chiefs Roundtable only on the Kansas City Chiefs Radio Network.
Coming up next on the Chiefs Ford Countdown to Kickoff.
We're going to work on playing well today, and then we'll let the chips fall where they may.
Mitch Holtis sits down for his exclusive chat with head coach Andy Reid, only on the Chiefs Radio Network.
It's time to elevate your home game. Tamco, the official shingle partner of the Kansas City Chiefs, brings the intensity of the game straight to your doorstep with innovative roofing technologies and enhanced shingle performance. A performance that includes a warranty against winds up to 160 miles per hour, the first of its kind available in the entire industry. Make your roof the star of your home's defensive lineup with Class 4 impact rated shingles. Visit tamco.com/Chiefs to learn more.
What makes for a great vacation? Depends on who you ask. Are you looking to get away or bring everyone together? Do you want to get outside and play or see a play at the plate? Fortunately, however you operate, I'm the destination you've been looking for. The name's Missouri, but you can call me Mo. And I have just one question. What's your MO? Come see me at visitmo.com.
With Acceptance, you could save up to 30% on car insurance. That could mean hundreds in savings. Stop paying overpriced premiums and start saving today. With offices in your neighborhood, let Acceptance lend a helping hand. Acceptance has plans to fit any budget with hundreds of options to choose from. With Acceptance, 30% savings could be a click or call away. Tap the link below or go to acceptance.com for a fast, free quote. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Why buy your next vehicle from Doral Kia? Let us show you. You'll find unmatched customer service, a great selection of over 500 new Kias in inventory like a new Forte or Sportage. With competitive pricing and flexible financing options, we'll get you some of the best rates possible on the new Kia of your dreams. Our state-of-the-art service center will keep your new Kia in top condition, and we believe in giving back to our community. Stop in today and experience the difference at Doral Kia. When it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia and DoralKia.com.
Welcome back to your new home for Chiefs football. 96.5, The Fan.
Dan Israel, Josh Klingler, Dana Hughes, Art Haynes manning the NFL desk. It is Chiefs Steelers. Both teams down on the field warming up. While they do that, we'll pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chiefs football.
This is Chiefs football.
KFNZ AM FM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, WDAF FM and HD1 Liberty.
An Odyssey Sports Station.
Special thanks to Hy-Vee for catering our game day crew. Hy-Vee Catering is what your next event is looking for. From weddings to holidays, get-togethers, tailgates, and everything in between, Hy-Vee Catering has you covered. Hy-Vee is the official grocery partner of the Kansas City Chiefs. As we close out here, I just want to take a moment to wish everyone on our crew a happy holiday and to thank them for giving up their Christmas to bring you this broadcast. I count it a privilege to call these individuals colleagues, but even greater than that, to call them each friends. At the stadium, our two-time Emmy Award-winning engineer, Nate Wetmore. Nate's closing in on nearly 500 games with Chiefs Radio. My assistant producer, Eric Townsend, who has just about every Chiefs game in the last 30 years, I think, locked inside his brain. Steve Cook, nearly 15 years of travel now, and Travis Schlinger, who covers whatever role we ask him to do, including a Christmas Day game. Back in our mission studios, our studio director, now 2 decades in, Derek Nestor. I rely on Derek to oversee the studio, and it's something he does extremely well. In master control, putting together the most complicated broadcast in the National Football League, Bobby Gilliland. Bobby, I can't tell you how much I miss playing ball with you and James. Our studio custodian, Shotgun Jackson. It's guys like Shotgun that made and continue to make radio sound great. In instant replay, Alex Grimes. Alex does an amazing job of archiving our broadcast, work that saves me hours each week, so appreciate all you do, Alex. Segment producer Nick Springer, our newest cast member, making the NFL desk sound great. Our engineers Ken Wolf, Dustin Hilton, Chris Sawyer. These guys put in long hours as a routine, and then we ask them to give up their Sundays. I can't thank them enough for keeping us going and their hard work and dedication. Down in Springfield, shout out to Kathleen and Chris Haynes for the production assistance to Art throughout the year. And finally, the guys on the mic beside me. Our resident tennis pro, Josh Klingler, a consummate broadcast professional. No matter what I throw at Kling, he makes it sound polished and purposed. Our ex-chief, Dana Hughes, who continues to teach us all about this great sport and who personifies teammate more than anyone I know. Art Haynes, who's battled through adversity no one should, still one of the best sports writers and voices around. To the voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holtis. No one shapes the sound of our broadcast more than Mitch, and it's been that way for 3 decades. And there are countless individuals working throughout the week. Roxanne Marati, Steven Spector, J.R. Ammons, A.J. Engel, the entire Odyssey sales and support staff, without whom we'd be nowhere. And finally, to our listeners, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to each and every one of you and your families. Thanks for listening today. Now stay tuned for Mitch and the Coach.
On thousands and thousands of items in every aisle and in every department. Online, too. And on many of your favorite products, we've even matched prices with some of the biggest discount stores in the country. Because we get it, times are still tough. So we'll continue to work hard to bring you new lower prices on thousands of items. Things are looking different at Hy-Vee. Come see for yourself.
This holiday, shop at Hellsberg and get up to 50% off select jewelry, like a unique engagement ring to say,
I want to spend my life with you.
a stunning tennis bracelet that says,
You thought I forgot our anniversary?
or huggy hoop earrings that tell her,
See, I was listening.
Come to the Hellsberg Holiday Sale and get up to 50% off select engagement rings and fine jewelry. A perfect gift designed with the love and care worthy of your story. Visit a Hellsberg store or Hellsberg.com.
For over 86 years, GEHA has offered medical and dental benefits designed to meet the unique needs of federal employees and retirees, military retirees and their families. With over 2 million members and growing, GEHA continues to serve those members and families who serve all of us every day. GEHA, your friend in federal since 1937, and the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Excellence is the expectation at the University of Kansas Health System. Excellence is the compassionate care they give to every patient. Excellence is the expertise in leading-edge treatments that led the University of Kansas Hospital being named the best hospital in Kansas City by U.S. News and World Report for 15 years in a row. This focus on excellence is why the University of Kansas Health System is the official healthcare provider of the Kansas City Chiefs and the best care for Chiefs Kingdom. For more information, visit kansashealthsystem.com/Chiefs.
With Acceptance, you could save up to 30% on car insurance. That could mean hundreds in savings. Stop paying overpriced premiums and start saving today. With offices in your neighborhood, let Acceptance lend a helping hand. Acceptance has plans to fit any budget with hundreds of options to choose from. With Acceptance, 30% savings could be a click or call away. Tap the link below or go to acceptance.com for a fast, free quote. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Why buy your next vehicle from Doral Kia? Let us show you. You'll find unmatched customer service, a great selection of over 500 new Kias in inventory like a new Forte or Sportage. With competitive pricing and flexible financing options, we'll get you some of the best rates possible on the new Kia of your dreams. Our state-of-the-art service center will keep your new Kia in top condition, and we believe in giving back to our community. Stop in today and experience the difference at Doral Kia. When it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia and DoralKia.com.
The Coaches Show, sponsored today by Arvest Bank.
Now back to the Coaches Show with Mitch Holtis and Chiefs head coach Andy Reid.
Merry Christmas, everyone, and welcome to Pittsburgh. Today, the Chiefs against the Pittsburgh Steelers in a short, just hours from the Houston game to this Pittsburgh game. First of all, Coach, with me, head coach Andy Reid, the winningest coach in Chiefs history. Merry Christmas to you and your group that when you get together, it's the 9-on-7 inside run drill.
Yeah, no, it is. We got a lot of grandkids. I know they're having a good Christmas. So it's, and they're wishing the Chiefs good luck. So we look forward to it. Merry Christmas to you too. Mitch, I appreciate you.
We'll get our Christmas when we get this win and get home and take home a bye. Let's just talk about, though, getting ready. Just hours. It's not even a short week. It's just days. How do you get a group in December ready in just hours for a tough opponent?
Yeah, listen, it's the guys and how they go about their business. The coaches worked hard to put the game plans together and, had some long nights, but the players came in and they said, hey, do what we have to do and let's go. And that's kind of the way they've handled the whole year, and that's the way they handled this.
Toughness, you brought it to us, mental, emotional, and physical toughness to get through this. You train us for this. But what about all three phases and the importance of that?
Yeah, well, listen, Mike's got a good football team, so we've got to make sure that that all three phases play well today. I mean, it's just one of those deals. You play this group, and they're very physical, and and they're well coached, and so they've got good players. You got to make sure that every down is an important down, and that's how you have to go about it. And just take one of them at a time, and one down at a time, and do the best you possibly can.
The Steeler defense, I feel like I'm talking about Houston. They're aggressive. What about these guys, especially you got T.J. Watt, some elite players?
Yeah, they do a great job with their turnovers and strips and all that. They're top in the league, and we know that. They're good pass rushers. You got to make sure that you're sound up front and do a good job there. Balls out on time, that whole deal, and then. Mike has, he's a defensive coach, and so he knows that whole world, and he's going to give you, a lot of different looks. He's got a good defensive coordinator too, but they're going to give you a whole lot of different looks, and we got to just make sure we're sound there.
Awesome to see Hollywood on the field Saturday. Also awesome to see Xavier Worthy maybe take another step. How much does Hollywood help Xavier? How much does Xavier help Hollywood?
Yeah, it's a good tandem to have. Again, it was good to get Hollywood back in there. Big challenges today with the secondary because of how physical they are, and they're going to tug and grab a little bit, and you got to work through that. And it's a certain mindset that you have to come in with. And I know our guys. Both those two and our other receivers have worked hard on that the last couple of days. So just they understand. They've watched the tape and they've done the walkthroughs and all that bit. And it's they know what's ahead of them here.
Leads me to my question: what's Pat going to see? How much man? How much zone? How much tugging, as you mentioned, do you see?
Yeah, listen, they're physical, so we don't complain about it. We just go play and make sure that we're physical on our end. It's nothing to. That's their style. So and they've been very successful at it, and we got to make sure that we come out and play good sound football. Pat's going to see a lot of different looks, and he's got to make sure he's with that. It's a good balance of zone and man, and you got to make sure in man that you can defeat your man. That's what it comes down to, and then be accurate with the throws and solid with your run game.
But how big is it that the runners are giving you chunk plays in the passing game? We saw it with Samaje. We saw it also with Kareem.
Yeah, Samaje, well, they all did. They all did a nice job with it last week or a couple days ago. They've got a good feel for it, and Pat trusts them, so he can go through his progression, and he knows those guys are going to be in the right spots, and that ends up being important. So it helps him with his progression and so on with the checkdowns there.
We come back. We're going to go to the other side of the ball and maybe a renaissance for Russell Wilson. We'll be back with more after this with Coach Reid on the Kansas City Chiefs Radio Network. What does it mean to be the official information technology provider for the Chiefs? It means everything. Technology Group Solutions makes sure everything runs flawlessly for the millions of fans that attend games and the hundreds of millions of fans that comprise Chiefs Kingdom around the world. Technology Group Solutions can deploy that same dedication, problem solving, and incredible service expertise to ensure your business runs smoothly. Technology Group Solutions, powering Chiefs Kingdom, and ready to do the same for you.
Every piece of land has a story. For the Nelsons, it's cruising around their Montana ranch on a John Deere Gator XUV 835R. With 3,000 acres, there's plenty of work to do.
We're not afraid to jump in and help each other out.
That's how they've kept their ranch going for 5 generations.
It's all about efficiency.
Like teaching visitors to fly fish.
The whole joy with fly fishing is matching the hatch.
Run with us on a Gator XUV 835R and start telling your story. Learn more at johndeere.com/radio.
Hey, Chiefs Kingdom! As the official whiskey sponsor of the NFL, it's not kickoff without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. And that's why we've built the Crown Royal Rig. An absurdly awesome 18-wheeler delivering the generous spirit to stadiums and tailgates across the country. Follow the Royal Rig on its journey from city to city, bringing together local cuisine, NFL legends, and the opportunity to pack a purple bag for charity and win tickets to Super Bowl 59.
7 yards on the return. Chiefs have had touchdown, missed PAT because of a penalty, then touchdown, now punt. The Steelers get it back after punt, interception. Late in the first, Chiefs by 13 on the Chiefs Radio Network.
Protect your family this holiday season. Get the updated COVID-19 vaccine and your flu shot at the same time at Hy-Vee. That's right, you can save time and get your COVID-19 and flu shot at the same time. Schedule your updated COVID-19 vaccine and flu shot online today, or just stop by any Hy-Vee pharmacy. No appointment necessary. Plus, when you get your flu shot at Hy-Vee, earn a 20-cent fuel saver. Your Hy-Vee pharmacy is here to help you and your family stay healthy. Some restrictions apply.
If you're hearing this, you're in Chiefs Kingdom, the land of champions. And what do champions do? They win. Play the world champions Kansas City Chiefs instant ticket from the Kansas Lottery for a chance to win up to $75,000. Or enter your tickets into the Play On app for a chance to win one-of-a-kind Chiefs experiences. Because the only thing better than winning is winning again. See kslottery.com for details.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
Big savings?
Yep, which means...
It's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
How do you feel when you switch to Geico and save on your car insurance? It's like getting right out of bed late for work, yet your hair looks immaculate. No blow dryer, no comb, no sculpting gel. Just a flawless look. As if you walked out of your house and straight onto the cover of a men's fashion magazine.
Good morning, Steven. Oh, have you done something new with your hair? It looks amazing.
They don't have the slightest clue you were half asleep drooling on your pillow not 10 minutes ago. Yep, switching and saving with Geico feels just like that. Get more with Geico.
This is George Karloftis wishing all of our fans a very Merry Christmas.
Well, he gave us an early Christmas present with a sack to start the game. Chiefs lead 13-0. They have sacked Russell Wilson twice, and Wilson has thrown an interception to Justin Reed in the end zone. 13-0 Kansas City. Steelers have 1st and 10 at their own 28. Najee Harris back in at running back. Tight right. 2 receivers left. Austin comes in motion left to right. Toss play. Near side. Harris runs hard, gets hit hard, trying to get away from the grasp of Felix Anudike-Uzomah, who hung on to the leg like trying to grab something off the table at Christmas. Gain of 3 yards. And that should be the last play of a quarter, but a good job by Felix Anudike-Uzomah.
I'd love to see Felix. He's really gotten physical, got a chance to talk to him earlier this season, and he said he's feeling more comfortable, was overthinking things last year. Not the rookie campaign that you would like to see from a first-round pick, but he's really come on. He'll have opportunities today with Chris Jones out.
Like this whole defense, just turn it loose, man. Already with another takeaway in this game. 9 in 3 games. 13-0 Kansas City. End of 1. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Chiefs football.
Patton Oswalt Live. Effervescent.
Once you get past 50, everything's fatal. When I was in my 20s, I would walk into Propellers and put some Bactine on it. I was fine. And now if a pine cone falls near me, my spine implodes.
December 31st, Adrian Arsht Center. Tickets on sale now at arshtcenter.org. Check out Patton's latest Netflix special, We All Scream, streaming now.
With Acceptance, you could save up to 30% on car insurance. That could mean hundreds in savings. Stop paying overpriced premiums and start saving today. With offices in your neighborhood, let Acceptance lend a helping hand. Acceptance has plans to fit any budget with hundreds of options to choose from. With Acceptance, 30% savings could be a click or call away. Tap the link below or go to acceptance.com for a fast, free quote. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Why buy your next vehicle from Doral Kia? Let us show you. You'll find unmatched customer service, a great selection of over 500 new Kias in inventory like a new Forte or Sportage. With competitive pricing and flexible financing options, we'll get you some of the best rates possible on the new Kia of your dreams. Our state-of-the-art service center will keep your new Kia in
impact of us securing the 1 seed, how it could affect, not that we really care at this point, but how it could affect the Buffalo Bills, what they decide in their final games. Now, they have to win at least this week because the Ravens have the tiebreaker over them.
Yep.
But, you start thinking about the trickle-down effect of us winning and securing that 1 seed. Now everybody else is just playing for position.
Russell Wilson scrambling, slides down to the 18. 52 seconds to go in the game. The Chiefs leading the Steelers 29-10. Chiefs with backups on the field defensively. And the Steelers are just running the ball. They have yet to throw a pass or a long pass on this drive. They're going to try to throw one here. Wilson being shadowed, throws it late, and a completion made, pinned against the sideline at the 12-yard line by Calvin Austin III with the catch. Keith Taylor on the coverage for Kansas City. 30 seconds left in the game. 29-10 Chiefs. Warren is the running back. 2nd and 2 at the 11 is the down and distance and location. Just hopping around is Wilson. He'll throw it away. Everybody covered and well done by Kansas City.
And these reps really mean something. If for no other reason, for guys that have been practice guys, just relegated to the special teams, now they're getting quality defensive reps, and we've seen it produce dividends in the postseason by guys. I remember Malik Herring last year getting some reps in that week 18 game, and then being a force for the defense in the playoffs.
Pass over the middle, a little dump down is going to be a first down, but the clock moving at 13 seconds. This second half brought to you by the great people at Van Chevrolet. All roads lead to Van. Visit vankc.com. 6 seconds to go in the game. Steelers now a bad snap, but picked up by Wilson and a penalty flag. Well, the Steelers have timeouts remaining, so it's not going to be a runoff.
Illegal shift, which is a false start, under 2 minutes. Offense number 13. That's a 10-second runoff. The game is over.
It is a runoff.
No, he's calling a timeout.
Correction.
Oh, no. He's got a timeout, Craig.
Yeah, they signaled to the sideline to Mike Tomlin to give them the indication on what he wanted to do.
Now Tomlin says no timeout. That just ends it. The Kansas City Chiefs today have won their 15th regular season game. That has never happened in the history of this franchise that started in 1960. First 15-win season of the regular season for Andy Reid. Most importantly, the Kansas City Chiefs asked on play to every day of the week but Tuesday, only because there were no Tuesday games, unless some streaming group wants one to play on Tuesday. The Chiefs have played every day of the week. They played the hardest schedule, and they get the bye at 15-1, beating the Steelers 29-10. And our post-game report will begin after this, and a gigantic victory for Kansas City. Back after this on the Kansas City Chiefs Radio Network.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
For over 86 years, GEHA has offered medical and dental benefits designed to meet the unique needs of federal employees and retirees, military retirees and their families. With over 2 million members and growing, GEHA continues to serve those members and families who serve all of us every day. GEHA, your friend in federal since 1937, and the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
The Chiefs Kingdom is proud to partner with Hy-Vee, home of the best beef in town. Visit your local Hy-Vee to find only the highest quality beef, hand-selected and sourced from family farms in the Midwest. When it comes to beef, Hy-Vee goes the extra mile to bring affordable, tender, and delicious flavor to every tailgate and grill out. Stop by your local Hy-Vee to find Angus Reserve, Choice Reserve, and Prime Reserve beef options for your next gathering. Hy-Vee, proud sponsor of the Kansas City Chiefs.
How to keep clean at a tailgate with Club Car Wash. Tip number 1, stand up and lean over your plate while eating to keep those gnarly nacho cheese stains at bay. And cool it on the dipping sauces. A single dunk is plenty. Double dunking is a dangerous game. The best way to keep clean at a tailgate, however, is to bring your vehicle to Club Car Wash on game day. Leave the messes to the masses in the parking lot and get game day ready with Club Car Wash.
Club Car Wash. Join the club.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Here, we've got our own state and state of mind, where worlds of all kinds converge under 2 T's and 1 lone star. Here is in the eye of the storm and up in the stars. Here, tradition fuels progress, and unity is born from proud individualism. Here, anything can happen, because this isn't just Texas Tech. It's what's next. And from here, it's possible.
How do you feel when you switch to Geico and save on your car insurance? It's like getting right out of bed late for work, yet your hair looks immaculate. No blow dryer, no comb, no sculpting gel. Just a flawless look. As if you walked out of your house and straight onto the cover of a men's fashion magazine.
Good morning, Steven. Oh, have you done something new with your hair? It looks amazing.
They don't have the slightest clue you were half asleep, drooling on your pillow not 10 minutes ago. Yep, switching and saving with Geico feels just like that. Get more with Geico.
Patton Oswalt Live, effervescent.
Once you get past 50, everything's fatal. When I was in my 20s, I would walk into propellers and put some Bactine on it. I was fine. And now if a pine cone falls near me, my spine implodes.